Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. This was quoted by Earl Nightingale, and just as he did, the plantation of nearly 3 weeks of strenuous hard work, planning, and finally the execution has paid off once again for us, the versatile Titan Minds, as we proudly present to you the fourth season of our quiz show, QuizMania. So I, of course, your most wanted host of the show, Pranav, on behalf of the versatile Titan Minds, welcome you all to QuizMania Season 4, brought to you by our streaming and advertising partner, Ascendricks Media. It was a year-long plan after the success of the previous season to host another grand event, but just as we have challenges for any venture, the fourth season had major issues, with the entire unit being behind QuizMania not being able to consolidate the plans to put on the mega show. But yet, as hard work always pays off, here we are with the grand opening ceremony to kickstart the season in style. So just as we have a heck lot of surprises for every season, here are some of us. So just as we bring in something new to every season to increase the fun and the heat of the competition, we do have some exciting new surprises for the season. As an addition from the previous season, we would be seeing the 5 teams from the previous season, namely the defending champions, the Supergiants, the runners-up, the Hurricanes, third place finishers, the Spartans, and along with the 2 teams looking to have a better season from the previous season, namely the Rising Stars and the Titans. And to add to the fun, there's another new team who would be standing in the way for these 5 teams named the Top Guns. These 6 teams are to be divided into 2 groups of 3 each, and namely groups A and B. Under Group A, we have the Supergiants, the Hurricanes, and the Top Guns. And under Group B, we would be having the Rising Stars, the Spartans, and the Titans. So as we have divided the teams into 2 groups, each team would be playing only 2 group stage matches. And the top 2 from each team plays the semi-final. The winners of the semi-final play the final, and the losers battle it out for the 3rd place. All this only means that the competition is nearly 3 times as hard as the previous, where we have absolutely no place for errors. Right now, the rounds of the quiz are a surprise for you, which I would reveal only during the first game of the season, played by the finalists of the previous season of QuizMania, namely the Supergiants and the Hurricanes. Now it's time to show you the journey the versatile Titan Minds have been through in hosting 3 successful seasons of QuizMania as we venture into the 4th one.
The round 4. So this round is basically the audio-visual round. We'll be showing you 7 audio visuals, and out of those 7 audio visuals, if you know any, raise your hand and we'll know that you want to answer. But you will be allowed to raise your hand only while the entire thing is being played, not before that. So you have to wait for it. So Pranav, let's play the first round of audio-visual. Remember, 100 points, no negative marking. Go ahead and answer. We're not going to give you a -100. We are flabbergasted, totally.
Name these 2 nations who played the 2014 FIFA World Cup. So, here's the...
Who should have opened the scoring in the World Cup ahead? Gonzalo Higuain had an age. Rubble's 3-4 yards behind when Higuain...
Supergiants, which is the 2nd smallest planet within our solar system.
The 2nd smallest planet in our solar system is Venus.
Sure? Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Unfortunately, that's the wrong answer. It's supposed to be Mars. Alright, the scores are done. Who do you think won QuizMania Season 3?
I guess us. Supergiants.
Alright, so the Hurricanes, you answered 4 questions wrong in the last round and 1 correct. That brings your tally to 1,84,000. The Supergiants, you answered 4 questions correct and 4 questions wrong. So you still remain at the same point, 6,04,000. So congratulations, Supergiants, you are the winner of QuizMania Season 3. Hurricanes, unfortunately... And just as we saw the glimpses of the 3 wonderful seasons we have had, I hope this one too is one of them. So now let's take a quick look at the schedule of the season. The first match of the league is going to be played by the QuizMania Supergiants and the QuizMania Hurricanes, namely the finalists of the previous 2 seasons. The previous season, I mean. And the second match would be played by the QuizMania Spartans and the QuizMania Rising Stars from Group B. The third match would be played by QuizMania Hurricanes and the QuizMania Top Guns, once again from Group A. The fourth game would be played by the QuizMania Rising Stars and the QuizMania Titans from Group B. The fifth game would be played by QuizMania Super Giants and the QuizMania Top Guns, once again from Group A. And the final match of the group stage would be played by QuizMania Titans and the QuizMania Spartans. So the semi-final lineups are pretty much simple. It's just the first semi-final being played by the table topper of Group A versus the second place of Group B, and the second semi-final would be played by the table topper of Group B and the second place of Group A. So the winners of these two semi-finals play the third place, play the final match, and the losers play the third place match. So it's pretty simple, and it's going to be an exciting season for us, which is going to be coming up. So which means each win for a team would give them 2 points, and if two or more teams in a group end up with the same points, it's the net point difference as usual, which is going to be deciding who would move to the knockout stage of the competition. The net point difference is nothing but it's the point difference of the previous game and the point difference of the current game divided by 2. So the point difference is nothing but the margin of victory or defeat which you and your opponent team has been facing in the current game. So that is the point difference, which is exactly the same as what we were having the previous season. And the points table would be presented at the end of every game and at the beginning of the game as well. And just like the previous seasons, we have rules which I'm going to read out to you now. So these are a set of interesting rules which have been made so that the competition just goes a little more tough. Though not mandatory, participants are requested to keep their cameras on during the quiz so that we would be able to track what they are doing during the quiz. And we make sure a fair play is being followed by both the teams. The schedule of the games would be informed prior to the start of the competition, which I've already done, and the participants of the teams set to play their matches on the set dates are requested to be compulsorily present. If not possible, prior information must be given for the required steps to be taken and for the smooth progression of the competition. So this was introduced after the aftermath of the previous season, what we faced, and I hope this rule gets followed. The third rule. At the end of the quiz, all participants would be awarded digital certificates to their emails, which we've been doing just like the last season. A WhatsApp group would be created in general for all participants and for every team and its respective participants. Any mode of communication in between the participants is to be carried out only using these groups, just as last time. For any participant of the team not present during their team's match, the team will lose a demerit of 5,000 points for every participant not present. So this makes it a very, very important point because we are having a lot tougher rounds this season and each and every point counts here. So this is one way they can ensure that they don't lose points in the end. The next rule which we have decided, any decision on any matter during, before or after the quiz made by the organizing team shall be final. So we call out the rules and whatever is our decision, that is going to be the final. No other call on it. Teams found using unfair methods for their quizzing shall immediately receive a demerit of 1 point from their points table. So if we find you cheating, make sure you're gonna lose 1 point of your 2 and you might end up in a huge loss. So make sure you don't cheat. So now with the rules being made even more strict and the competition narrowing down from a situation where you had more matches to earn, like we had 4 matches the previous season, and if you lose one, you could catch up in the other. But the case is not so here because we just have 2 games for each match, for each single team, and then if you lose one, you end up in a do or die situation in the next game. So we have just increased the heat of the game, leaving us to the excitement of who is going to be crowned the champions again. So will it be the 3 successful teams so far, the Super Giants, the defending champions, or is it going to be the runners-up Hurricanes who are looking for a better season from the previous one, just losing 2 games to the Super Giants, including their league game and the final, which was a pretty close match? Who would be the champions this season, or is it going to be the Spartans, the third place of the previous season, or will it be the teams who are looking for a better season, namely the Titans and the Rising Stars, or will it be their new counterparts, the Top Guns? So who is going to rule the competition this season? Well, check that out in the upcoming games. And until then, goodbye to all. Thank you for watching this stream, and also like, share, and subscribe to Versatile Tap Minds and stay updated with the latest news of QuizMania. Bye bye.